Chosen one, listen carefully. A tide of unseen energy is moving closer, and on September 12th it will arrive with a force many are not prepared to face. This date is not a random point on the calendar, it is a spiritual threshold. Across centuries, sudden shifts in destiny have often come unannounced, like a hidden wave rising from a still ocean. And now, the same current is calling to you. I am Yi, and today I will guide you through the wisdom of the ancients, the practices of Shaolin, and the mastery of the inner self. In this message, you will uncover why sudden events are never accidents, but precise tests that life designs to measure your readiness. You will learn how to hold your mind steady when the world shakes, how to stand with balance when others are carried away by fear, and how to recognize the blessing that hides inside disruption. Few people know that Shaolin masters train not only to fight enemies, but to face the storms of existence. In silence, in stillness, they cultivate the ability to turn chaos into clarity. September 12th carries that same lesson for you. The sudden change that approaches is not here to break you. It is here to awaken you. Stay with me until the end of this video, because the final key I will share could be the difference between resisting the storm and rising above it. This is a teaching not often spoken of, but one that every chosen one must hear before the door of fate swings open. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire. If this path speaks to your heart, subscribe and walk with us, because the journey of mastery has only just begun. There's a saying within the Shaolin temple: the strike you do not see is the strike that teaches you the most. Sudden change in life often feels like such a strike, unexpected, sharp, and impossible to prepare for in the moment. Yet the way of the Shaolin does not see this as chaos. It is seen as a sacred training ground, designed to awaken what lies hidden inside the spirit. Think of the fighter who steps into the arena. He knows that at any moment an opponent's hand or foot may come without warning. If he fears this strike, he is defeated before the blow arrives. But if he understands it as part of the path, he remains ready, breathing steadily, grounded in stillness. The surprise becomes less of a threat and more of a mirror, showing him where he is strong and where he is weak. Life delivers its strikes in the same way. A loss, a sudden shift, a door closing, these come without warning. The ordinary mind resists, complains, or retreats. But the Shaolin-trained mind leans into awareness. It asks, what strength is this moment asking me to reveal? What hidden skill must awaken now? In this way, sudden change becomes the master's silent teaching. Within the monastery, training is built on disruption. A monk may be asked to meditate while loud noises echo around him, or to perform forms in unfamiliar conditions. The purpose is not cruelty, it is to teach that the unexpected is part of the path. The strike, the storm, the sudden shift, all are reminders that true mastery is not found in comfort, but in the space where comfort ends. Chosen one, when life moves without warning, remember the unseen strike is never only an attack. It is also the invitation to discover who you truly are. When the winds rise and the storm begins to shake the earth, most people rush, react, and lose themselves in the noise. Yet within the Shaolin path, the teaching is the opposite. The greater the storm, the deeper the stillness must become. This is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength. Think of a lake on a mountain. When the surface is disturbed by wind, the reflection of the sky disappears. Only when the waters grow calm does the true image return. The mind works in the same way. When sudden events strike, the ordinary response is panic, anger, or fear. But the master understands that clear vision cannot be found in turbulence. By remaining still, he allows reality to reveal itself without distortion. In the monastery, monks train to hold this stillness even in the midst of intensity. During combat practice, a master may wait, breathing slowly, eyes steady, while the opponent wastes energy in rapid movements. The strike comes, yet the master sees it clearly because he has not been carried away by reaction. Life itself is no different. The storms that arrive, unexpected news, loss, or great change, are like the blows of an opponent. To react blindly is to be defeated before the battle even begins. Stillness does not mean doing nothing. It means holding the center, staying rooted, allowing the storm to pass without dragging the spirit into chaos. From this state, actions become precise, decisions become wise, and strength becomes unshakable. The deeper the storm, the more essential this stillness becomes. For it is in those moments that true mastery reveals itself, not in the calm of ordinary days, but in the silence a warrior holds while the world around him trembles. Presence is the bridge between chaos and clarity. It is easy to sit in meditation when life is quiet, but the true depth of mindfulness is tested when change strikes without warning. Presence means more than closing the eyes and breathing. It is the art of being fully alive in this very moment, with nothing left behind and nothing pulled ahead. In the Shaolin tradition, presence is cultivated in every movement, from sweeping the temple floor to striking in combat. The lesson is simple. If the mind drifts, even for a heartbeat, the strike is missed, the balance is lost, and awareness slips away. This training is not about perfection in small tasks. It is about learning to carry the full weight of attention into each second of life. When uncertainty arrives, most people scatter inwardly. Their thoughts race into the future, imagining outcomes that have not yet come to pass. Others retreat into the past, wishing events had unfolded differently. Both paths weaken the spirit, but presence gathers energy here and now, making the mind sharp and the heart steady. Consider a monk walking across a narrow bridge above rushing water. If his thoughts wander, he falters. But when his awareness is entirely in each step, the path becomes firm beneath his feet. In the same way, presence turns life's uncertain ground into solid stone. This is why sudden change, though frightening, can become a great teacher. It forces the choice to scatter into fear or to root fully in the now. And in that rooting, a hidden clarity awakens. Presence does not remove uncertainty, it transforms it, revealing the strength and wisdom already waiting within. Fear is the shadow that appears before the first step into the unknown. When sudden change arrives, it whispers of danger, of loss, of failure. The mind clings to what it believes it can control, imagining safety in familiarity. Yet Shaolin philosophy teaches that this illusion of control is the root of suffering. True mastery begins the moment the grip of fear loosens. In the monastery, monks face challenges designed to awaken courage. They learn to hold a stance even when their body trembles, to breathe calmly as the world presses in from every side. Fear is acknowledged, but it is not allowed to rule. It is observed as a teacher, not a master. By letting go, the mind clears, and space opens for discernment and action. Consider the bamboo in a storm. When it resists, it breaks. When it bends, it survives. Fear works in the same way. Clinging to certainty or control hardens the spirit. Letting go allows flexibility. It does not mean abandoning responsibility or awareness. It means releasing attachment to how outcomes must unfold, freeing the heart to move with life instead of against it. Letting go of fear is an act of courage that grows stronger with practice. Each sudden challenge, each unexpected twist becomes an opportunity to exercise this inner freedom. The mind that once tightened in panic now opens, able to see paths that were invisible before. The body that once tensed in dread now moves with precision and ease. When fear is released, the spirit discovers its natural resilience. It is no longer bound by the imagined walls of what must or must not happen. Instead, it flows, adapts, and rises, revealing that the enemy we feared was only the barrier we placed before our own mastery. Every impact leaves an imprint, not only on the world around us, but on the spirit within. Sudden events arrive with force, shaking routines, plans, and expectations. Yet in the way of Shaolin, nothing is wasted. Every strike, every shift carries energy, a raw current waiting to be understood and transformed. In the monastery, training is designed to convert pressure into mastery. A student may be pushed beyond endurance in silence, compelled to repeat movements until the body obeys the mind without hesitation. The struggle itself becomes the teacher. Similarly, life's sudden events carry lessons hidden within their intensity. resistance only scatters energy, leaving the spirit exhausted and the mind clouded. Acceptance, paired with mindful awareness, redirects the force into growth. Imagine a river encountering a rock. The water does not stop. It flows, shaping itself around the obstacle, wearing down stone over time, forming new paths, new landscapes. In the same way, sudden events can carve strength, resilience, and clarity into the life of the chosen one. The key is not to fight the current, but to learn its rhythm, to channel its energy with intention. Transformation is not immediate. It begins in the quiet recognition that every disruption is an invitation. Every challenge becomes a mirror, revealing hidden strengths and undiscovered potential. By facing what arrives with calm and focus, the chosen one converts shock into wisdom, fear into courage, chaos into discipline. The energy of impact is neutral. It gains meaning only through response. When mastered, it becomes fuel for evolution, a powerful force that shapes character, sharpens perception, and awakens the deeper self. The sudden event is no longer a threat. It is the instrument through which the spirit owns itself, emerging stronger, clearer, and more alive than before. Patience is not a pause. It is an active state of awareness. When life shifts suddenly, the instinct is to rush, to demand answers, to force outcomes. Yet the Shaolin path teaches that true strength reveals itself in the quiet endurance of time. Big events test the spirit, but those who cultivate patience move through them with clarity rather than chaos. In the monastery, patience is not learned in comfort. A monk may sit in meditation for hours, observing the breath, noticing every flicker of thought, resisting the urge to move, speak, or distract himself. The world presses, discomfort grows, and yet stillness is maintained. This discipline trains the mind to meet the unpredictable with steadiness. It is here that mastery takes root, not in what is done, but in what is allowed to unfold without agitation. Life operates in the same way. Sudden changes arrive like storms, and the untrained mind seeks immediate solutions, acting from impulse rather than insight. But those who practice patience understand the value of timing. They recognize that every moment of waiting, every breath held without reaction, strengthens the inner foundation. The mind becomes a calm harbor, the heart a steady flame. Consider a seed buried in the earth. Growth cannot be rushed. The soil, the rain, the sun, all must follow their natural rhythm. Patience does not alter the process, but it allows the seed to emerge fully, resilient, and complete. Likewise, when faced with sudden life events, patience is the anchor that prevents being swept away, the quiet power that transforms waiting into preparation. Through patience, the chosen one learns that strength is not measured by speed or force, but by the ability to endure, observe, and act with wisdom. To wait without agitation is to act from mastery itself. Balance is not the absence of motion, nor the avoidance of challenges. It is the art of moving through life with awareness grounded in the center of one's being. The Shaolin path teaches that true balance is born from discipline and observation, from understanding the rhythm between action and stillness, strength and softness, effort and surrender. A master in the monastery does not seek to escape extremes. He faces fire and ice, silence and chaos, knowing that each holds lessons for the spirit. The challenge is not to eliminate tension or difficulty, but to find the point within where neither overwhelms the mind. From this center, every movement becomes deliberate, every decision rooted, every response measured. Consider walking across a narrow beam suspended over rushing water. One misstep can send the body falling, yet the mind that remains aware of each shift in weight, each breath, each subtle sway, moves steadily forward. Balance in this sense is the shield of the inner warrior. It protects against overwhelm, fear, and impulsive reaction. It is not a passive state, but a dynamic mastery of presence. On September 12th, the currents of life may surge unexpectedly, bringing opportunities and challenges alike. Those unprepared may be swept off course, but the chosen one who has cultivated inner balance will navigate with clarity. Every sudden change becomes a test of equilibrium, a call to remain centered when the external world pulls in extremes. Balance is both armor and compass. It does not prevent the storm, but it allows the spirit to stand unshaken, to move with intention, and to act with discernment. Walking the line between extremes with awareness transforms uncertainty into strength and chaos into the quiet space from which true mastery emerges. When the ground beneath shifts and the world feels uncertain, the outer mind can become restless, pulled in every direction. Yet the Shaolin path reminds us that true steadiness comes not from controlling the external, but from aligning with the higher self, the inner guide that observes without fear, decides without haste, and moves with clarity. Alignment is cultivated through simple, deliberate practices. Breath becomes the anchor, drawing attention inward, slowing the racing mind, and illuminating the subtle currents of thought and emotion. Intention becomes the compass, guiding action from a place of purpose rather than impulse. In the monastery, these practices are repeated day after day, until the connection to the higher self is not just known, but felt as a living presence, steady as the mountain, quiet as the deep river. When sudden events strike, the untrained mind panics, reacts, and fractures under pressure. The aligned mind, however, is like a tree rooted in fertile soil. The storm may bend its branches, but the trunk remains unshaken. Each decision flows from awareness, each movement guided by insight rather than fear. External chaos cannot disturb the clarity cultivated within. This alignment does not isolate the chosen one from life's challenges. It integrates them. By reconnecting with the higher self, every strike of change, every unexpected moment becomes a message, a guidepost, a hidden opportunity. Mindfulness practices are the bridge. Through focused breath, conscious presence, and deliberate intention, the higher self speaks, revealing the path through uncertainty. In this way, alignment becomes a shield and a beacon. The chosen one moves through life not as a victim of circumstance, but as a participant in the unfolding of destiny, guided by an inner wisdom that remains unshaken even when the outer world trembles. Every sudden strike carries a weight that can feel heavy, even unbearable at first. Yet within this weight lies a gift, often invisible until the mind stills and the heart opens. Shaolin wisdom teaches that obstacles are not enemies to be destroyed or avoided. They are teachers, carrying lessons hidden within their force. The challenge is not to resist, but to receive. In the monastery, a student may face a task that seems impossible, a form that pushes the body beyond its limits. Pain, fatigue, and frustration are present. Yet each obstacle holds insight, awareness of the body, mastery over the mind, clarity of intention. Those who embrace the challenge without fear emerge stronger, more precise, more attuned to the rhythm of life itself. The same principle applies to sudden events beyond the temple walls. Life often delivers these strikes without warning: loss, betrayal, opportunity, revelation. The instinct may be to react with anger, avoidance, or despair. But the chosen one, who has cultivated stillness, presence, and patience, learns to pause, to observe, and to ask, what is this moment teaching me? What strength can I draw? What path is being revealed that I could not see before? September the 12th of May brings such a moment. Its arrival could be unsettling, even shocking, yet beneath the surface lies clarity, resilience, or a new direction waiting to be discovered. The energy of the sudden strike, when received with awareness, transforms into insight. It becomes a guide rather than a threat, a doorway rather than a barrier. The true mastery lies in perception. By receiving the hidden gift, the chosen one turns disruption into awakening, fear into courage, and uncertainty into opportunity. The strike is no longer something endured. It is a teacher embraced, shaping the spirit and illuminating the path ahead. On September 12th, the sudden shifts in life are not meant to break the chosen one, but to awaken them. Each challenge, each unexpected moment carries the energy of transformation if met with stillness, presence, patience, and inner balance. When the mind aligns with the higher self, what first appears as disruption becomes a teacher, a guide leading closer to clarity, strength, and purpose. Remember, the path of mastery is not forged in ease, but in how we meet life's sudden strikes. Take these lessons into your daily life, Pause before reacting, breathe with awareness, move with intention, and allow every challenge to reveal its hidden wisdom. Each step taken with calm and clarity strengthens the spirit and deepens understanding. As you walk this path, let the storms shape you, not define you. Let every unexpected event be a mirror, reflecting the resilience and power that already exist within. The gift of insight, the awakening of courage, and the discovery of your true path await those who remain mindful and open. If this teaching resonates with your spirit, like this video and subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire. Together, we walk the path of inner mastery, transforming the sudden strikes of life into the quiet strength of the soul. Peace and clarity be with you as you move forward.